Hey guys, Randy Gage here. Welcome to the broadcast. We're going to do a Facebook streaming live tonight. We're talking about how to use technology, and social media to grow your business. So do me a favor, share the feed, check in, let me know who you are, where you're coming in from, and then share the feed with people you know who'd like to grow their business using tech and social media. And bear with me, I want to post it on my Twitter and my Facebook so those people can join me. So in the meantime, check in, let me know where you're coming in from and share it yourself, please. And give me a sec and I will be back. Hey, love all the hearts and the likes and everything. Join me live now. Post, okay. Hope everybody's doing great. Hey Ross, good to see you. Yasir, good to see Edwin in Lima, Peru. And by the way, here's the deal. Claire from Scotland. All right, somebody's up late tonight. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to look for people who share this. Right, we got Jedi Jonak here. All right. So here's the deal. Whoever shares this the most tonight, I think, and gets the word out the best, you pick, I will get a hold of you, and you choose any one of my 10 books. We got Dubai in the house, another Peru, and whoever, and by the way, this void were prohibited by law. The decision of the judges is final, and I'm the judge. Oh, and Jedi West Linden just joined. But I'm going to look Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Tumblr, anywhere where you tag me and say, oh, check out this live streaming from Randy Gage. I'm going to pick the person that I think did the best job promoting this show. And then you pick any one of my 10 books. You tell me which one you want, and I will send you a personally autographed copy anywhere in the world you are. Hey, Cindy Lapp, good to see you. Michael Ross Decker's in the house. Herman, mi amigo de Colombia, está aquí en este momento. Magdalena, oh, Jedi Feinstein is here. We got a lot of people. Iceland, a lot of people up late in different parts of the world. Good to see you, Karen, Annika. So here's the deal. Swipe it. It's not Periscope. Don't swipe and share. Share it on the Facebook link. And then if you have people on your team, you're in direct selling, network marketing, party plan, any one of those businesses, and you want your team to know how to do better and build faster, tag them in the comments so that this will show up in their feed. Yes, even West Linden, you can win. But you probably have an autograph. Hey, Salazar, how you doing? You probably have every one of my books autographed already. Yeah, it is. Some of you saw me already today on my other webinar, so you're binge watching me today. Another Dubai. Okay, I'm coming to Dubai soon. I think October I'm going to be there. That's it. You just shared one, Cindy Lab. Come on, let's get with the program, y'all. All right, it's a couple minutes after, so let me get started with that. And thanks for all the hearts and the love and the shares that are coming on. I appreciate it. Pamela Ibarra just said 25 other people just shared. Wow, Pennsylvania. Good on you guys. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about how technology has changed our business. Gotta tell you, I mean, it's been crazy. Because I've been in this business a long time, guys. I'm more than 30 years in this profession. And I remember how it started out. So your month would end on the 30th or 31st of the month or whatever. And you'd close it out and then you would wait. Some companies you got paid on the 15th of the month. Some companies you got paid on the 20th of the month. And they mailed you a check. And then, of course, literally in the postal service. And then if you started to make some money, you'd make an arrangement with the company and you would pay $10 a month and they would FedEx your check, or $20 a month, and they would FedEx your check with your report. And your report came on the big, huge green and white lined printer paper with the dot matrix borders along the side. And if you had a huge team, I mean, you got that huge box, which weighed a ton, and then you got it out and you got your highlighters, your yellow one, all of the diamonds you highlighted in yellow, and all of the pearls you highlighted in purple, and all of the emeralds you highlighted in green or whatever. And you went through and you spent hours and hours going through that report, trying to figure out what's going on in my business, what happened last month, where did I get new leaders, who are the people breaking ranks, how many people do I have at this rank, how many people do I have at that rank. And man, it was crazy. If you remember that, if you've been in the business long enough, just put yeah or yo or something down in the comments, because I mean, it was crazy. Because what happens is, so your business ended January 31st or something, you didn't find out what happened in January until the 20th of February. And that's crazy, because how do you manage your business when it's now 3 weeks later, and now you've only got like 1 month before the month is going to end to make any correction or changes in that business. So that was really something. So what do we have now? We have real-time tracking. Most of you got a mobile app or a website you can go to. You can jump in your back office. You can get an alert when people are doing orders. You get alerts when people are signing up. You go there and you look real time what is going on in your business. And it's so much, it's such a better way to do the business these days, right? Because you really can track it real time. The reach we get is extraordinary. Victor Ramos and 34 others just shared. Good for you guys. And remember, for you guys who joined late, whoever I see, I'm just going to check social media looking for people who tag me. Hey, Randy Gage is broadcasting. Check this out. Whatever you put, hey, you want to use social media or how to build your team more effectively with tech. I'm going to pick the person who did the best job sharing this and get a hold of them, and then they can pick any one of my 10 books, whichever they want, and I will personally sign it and send it to them anywhere in the world. Now, so we got all these great benefits of reach, being able to communicate with our team so much more efficiently, more effectively, so much more able to reach out people that we want to show and talk to about the business. But it's also a threat to duplication, because there are people who look at tech and then they see that and then they build. Okay, so Jennifer Hibbets and 36 others just shared. Good for you guys. Thank you guys. And they bought into this this mind virus, which is, oh yeah, I just sit home in my Chewbacca pajamas and I share links on Facebook and Twitter. Hey Cesar, good to see you. And that grows my business. Guys, let me tell you, I love technology as much as anyone. I love the fact that what we're able to do with tech and social media, and it really gives us extraordinary opportunities to do good. But if you've bought into these people, understand, we're a huge profession. We generate billions and billions of dollars in sales all over the world in all kind of different industries. And hey, Lily Rosales, the greatest network marketer in the world, just joined the discussion, people. So the John McVie and 41 others just shared. Thanks, guys. You're doing an amazing job. So because we have these huge teams, we have this huge event, so we have so many consultants and speakers and coaches who are sometimes add value, but sometimes they're just parasites latching onto our profession and trying to sell us stuff. So you're going to see there's a lot of people selling systems and tools and stuff that they don't understand our business. So they're out there selling you systems of how you sit home in your Princess Leia pajamas or your bunny slippers and you build the business without ever leaving the house, and you don't have to ever do meetings anymore. Guys, that's not the reality. And believe me, at one time I believed that myself. But what I've learned is there is a dynamic that takes place for people who are doing home meetings, people who are doing party plan. That dynamic will never be replaced by technology. Wes and 42 other people just shared. Thanks, guys. Remember, somebody's going to win that book. And there is a dynamic. When you get 300 people, 500 people in a hotel room, and they're looking at a presentation, there's a dynamic there that technology can never replace. When you have 2,000, 3,000, 12,000 people at a major event, there's an energy in that room that will never be replaced by technology. So let's not lose sight of that. Yes, technology can help us, but it's not the be-all, end-all. So we've got to worry about that threat for duplication. And then we've got to worry about some dangers that happen. Here's what I know to be true. I understand every time I make a presentation, whether it's a home meeting, a hotel meeting, a one-on-one at Starbucks, my presentation is probably being recorded and or streamed. And I guarantee you, really, every home meeting you do, there's somebody with their phone out and they're recording it, or they're streaming it on Periscope or Facebook Live or whatever. And your hotel presentation, same thing. I guarantee you, there are just, you think, well, I got 500 people in the room, I'm talking to 500 people. No, you might be talking to 15,000 people because it's being streamed all over. And we are in a really serious regulatory environment these days. And not just the United States. I'm talking about what's happening here in the United States, but you need to understand it's parallel, happening the same way in Europe, around EU right now, and it's making its way in LATAM, and it's making its way in Eurasia, and Asia and Australia is what I want to say. I got to tell you, there are serious issues and complications about making product testimonials now. And you cannot, you got to understand, so you're getting up and you're thinking, oh, it's a small crowd in my local town and most of these people are my friends, so I can make a product testimonial and I can talk about this disease or this cure or this treatment. And that's the kind of thing that not only can get you in legal trouble, but it can get your company closed down. And if you look at like the regulatory environment and the regulatory issues, like what happened to VEMA and the consent orders with Herbalife, it's because they were that was the evidence they presented. If you look at the VEMA, the court dockets and the temporary restraining order, what the evidence they submitted was, here's video of people at their events making these claims. And David Feinstein, we're a little late today. So that's what's happening. I mean, so when you got to understand, you cannot talk about treat, diagnose, prescribe, cure. If you're in one of these wellness, nutritional kind of companies, you just can't talk about that stuff. And so what people think, and here's what I see going on in the space right now. People think, I'm going to be very clever. So I have my, amazing energy drink, which includes reishi mushroom. And I checked on Wikipedia or I checked on Google and I found out that reishi mushroom is actually used in the prescriptions they use to, I don't remember if it's lower cholesterol or blood pressure, but I think it's cholesterol. So I'll just say, hey, my amazing energy drink has reishi mushroom. Now, of course, I'm not saying my energy drink lowers cholesterol, but it has this ingredient in it, and that ingredient has these studies that show it lower cholesterol. And you think, okay, so I'm okay. No, you're not okay, because there is a law about language and copy used to market products. And when you're doing that, you can't have that. You think that one level of separation by you're just talking about the ingredients protects you. It doesn't. So if you say, well, I'm not saying my product cures cancer, but it's got this ingredient in there, and there's a lot of studies that show that this ingredient is really good for curing cancer. Trust me, you're setting yourself up to being prosecuted. Nilo, Chanila, and 50 others just shared. You guys, thanks so much. So you guys are going for this autographed personal book, aren't you? Glad to see it. Believe me, that's not going to protect you. And the same thing with income testimonials. I got some frantic texts from people in my team. Oh my God, there was this Zoom cast last night, and they're claiming to be the most shared Zoom broadcast since the Earth's crust cooled, and millions of people watching and everything. And so I'm like, okay, let's see what this is about. And they played because now I want to talk about income testimonials. They played this disclaimer. They said, okay, before we get started, now we're going to play this disclaimer. And so they read it and they scroll it on the screen. Your results may vary. We're not making any income claims. We're not making any income promises. And then in the broadcast, they're talking about somebody claiming to make $3 million in 8 months or 10 months or something. I mean, you guys, this is the stuff. You just can't do that anymore. The regulatory environment will not allow it. You are setting yourself up for a dangerous precedent for you personally and for your company. So that's the dangers of tech and social media. So we're going to talk tonight about some ways that you can do it and do it in a way that it helps you. And by the way, who's ever doing all these hearts and likes and love, peace, love you guys, you're beautiful. So let's talk about how to use tech effectively. Leanne, thanks for sharing. First of all, I think it's really important at this point of the game, you have to offer online and offline versions of everything. So when I'm working, when I'm consulting with companies, I'm designing their system for them these days, I'm saying, listen, everything has to be a parallel. Everything in other words, if we've got a DVD, we also have an online version of that video. If we've got a product catalog, we've got a PDF version of that catalog. If we've got a company brochure, we've got a website that has, or PDF or ebook or whatever. Hey, John Marco, John Marco, good to see you, and thanks for sharing. So in other words, whatever your step, and you guys know I'm huge on system. You always hear me talking about system in all my books, all my training, because that's where duplication lives. So you create the ladder of escalation, right? So that people are working their way up the ladder when you have a candidate who's looking at the business. So as that keeps going up, every step, whatever is offline, the same thing has to be online. So, like I say, if it's a booklet in the physical world, it's a PDF in the digital world. If it's a DVD in the physical world, then it's a streaming video in the digital world. Dennis Broderick and 54 others just share. You guys are going crazy. I got to tell you, you're going crazy. But this is important stuff, and I'm glad you're sharing. And why I want you to share is because the more your team gets trained in this stuff, the more secure your business is, because you have a dramatically less chance of regulatory issues and oversight and problems, and your people are more confident, they're trained better, and they're going to get better results. So that's why this is a training that, like I say, if you're in direct selling, party plan, network marketing, this is the broadcast you want to share with your team. Online, offline version of everything. What else would I suggest? Have a weekly training event online. Just like you do a lot of this stuff offline, start doing them online. Have a company-wide or a team-wide training event that just helps people how to grow the business. And then I think if you want to do a motivating event or inspiring event once a week kind of thing, yes, that could be very helpful as well. And then the thing I want you to think about is online recruiting presentations. Because again, and we've got Facebook Live, which you're watching right now, very effective for this. We've got Google Hangouts, works great. Zoom is kind of the sexiest platform out there right now. If you got a good techno geek on your team like I do with Shy Samuel, there's a way to actually create a broadcast on Zoom, which gives you the ability to have a moderator and multiple other presenters, and then you can stream it at on Facebook Live at the same time. So it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. So using those kind of tools to create an online presentation, really powerful, because you can have somebody like me that I could be, I have a new team member and he's got 5 people going to be in his house, and I'm going to be at his house doing his first presentation or whatever. I can actually stream that, be working with him and his 5 people, and have 1,500 other people watching it at the same time. So it really gives you an opportunity for leverage. Now, here's my suggestion on how to do this effectively and how to get the best result. Ivan Cisco, what's up, dude? Good to see you. So I think that you'll find it'll really be effective. I would like to see more companies facilitating these, where they partner with the team members and say, hey, what is it you're looking for? What kind of presentations? Can we do them on the official company platform? Get the legal team involved, vet the content, make sure that the presentations fit all the guidelines. We're not making crazy income claims. We're not making crazy product claims. And we're, helping with the tech side of it. Or they done by teams. Like, for instance, my company does some online things, but as a team, we've set up a couple of broadcasts that we're doing every week, and we do them as a team. And we are cognizant of the kind of things we need to do them in an effective way. So to give you an example, what I'm doing, and you don't have to do it this way. This is just, I'm sharing some of the things that'll work for me that I think could work for you. A lot of UAE tonight. Remember, I'm coming to Dubai in October, and Philippines. Joey, good to see you. Iceland. Man, we got people really all over the world. So here's what my team is doing. We've got one night a week that's set up for online presentations, and we're doing one product one and one business one. So we've got, in other words, the product one does 2 functions really. Actually a number of functions, but 2 main ones. So the first thing is it's product education. So this is great for all the team members. So if you've got this product show once a week and you're talking about the benefits of the product and how to use them and any specials that are going on there and ways that people can get better results with the products, that is very effective because it builds volume. And then anybody who has candidates in the pipeline who are looking at becoming a, hey Tashin, good to see you guys from Frankfurt are on. I just did a program in Frankfurt this weekend. Sweden in the house at midnight. Costa Rica in the house. Miticos. Good on you guys. So these product ones really can create extraordinary volume for you because it really shows people. You can get into the science behind the product, the usability of the product, the benefits. You can do testimonials if you're mindful and you do them the right way. Was that Australia or UK? I couldn't tell. That flight went by too fast. So look at that. And then the other thing that we're doing once a week is a business presentation. But we're doing a little different. So just think about this. In other words, one of the things we don't do is we don't have a regular weekly opportunity presentation. Why? Because we're working with a plug and play video, and I'm going to talk about how to use those kind of things in a moment. And we want people doing home presentations. We think that's where we get the best growth, the best duplication. So what we're doing with the business show that we're doing once a week is it's like a second look or a third look, and we call it entrepreneurial breakthroughs. And it's content specifically designed for people who are looking at joining our business. And so one week we might talk about here's how you make money with our compensation plan. Here's how to create residual income. Other time we'll talk about the marketability of the product line and how to build a strong customer base with it. Other times we'll talk about just the best ways for creating residual income as you build your team. So it's value stuff. And everything we're going to talk about in terms of the marketing we're going to get to in a minute, keep these two thoughts in mind. Solve problems and add value. When you can solve problems and add value, people want to see what it is you're offering. But if you're, hey Tommy, good to see you. But if you're just pitching people and trying to sell people all the time, I mean, who wants to look at that stuff? So I'm going to suggest, keep that in mind. Everything we're about to talk about. How do you solve problems? How do you add value? And anybody who's read my Mad Genius book, know I'm just hammering those two themes all the time. And by the way, I mean, this is like 1 million hearts and likes and shares. So thank you guys very, very much. So let's talk about some marketing tools and systems that you need. And if you're a brand new team, here, listen to this. This is really, really important. All right, Sarah, keep sharing and you could get it. Really important, guys. If you just joined and you got 3 people on your team, I do not want you trying to build a team website, create a weekly team streaming presentation, design a mobile app, or do any of that stuff. You're not there yet. Some of the things I'm going to talk about, Deborah Howard Young living, and 69 others just shared. Good for you guys. And you guys, really, you're going to break records with this one. You are absolutely going to break records with this one. There are things that if you got a group of 10,000 people, these are the kind of things you need to do. So if you're just starting and you got 2 people on your team and 4 people on your team, there are some things here you're not supposed to be doing. But what I want you to do is understand them and then share this show with somebody in your sponsorship line and ask them to watch it so they can understand what they could do as a sponsorship line to better support the team. So that's the criteria or the qualification I want to put in there. So marketing tools and system that you need. First and foremost, I think, is a team website. I think this is a huge element of my success. Is I've had a team website now for more than 10 years, I think. Because in the early days, of course, we never had one. We never, in the early days, we didn't even use the internet. But even after the internet, we kind of thought, well, that's the province of the company and they'll be doing the online stuff. But now I think what we use the site for is great for communication. That's where you're going to get people to join an email list, so you've got a newsletter and you can send out stuff when new products are launched, promotions or things are happening to the company. It's great. You can put your training stuff on there. You can have a page for presentations and have all that on there. And it's great for putting events. Like we've created a section on the site for live events. People fill in the fields, then they go post it. So if somebody new joins the business, they say, I'm in Delaware, what's going on in Delaware? They go to the team site and they look for a meeting. Oh, well, it's an hour drive away, but that is my chance to see FM with Malcolm and 72 others. You guys are going crazy with the sharing. And they'll see, wow, there's a place I can go and get some training or see a presentation or take a candidate to that. So the team site will be really helpful for you. So I suggest you do that. The next thing I think is really important in terms of tech right now is a plug and play opportunity presentation. And I say, we use the term plug and play because that was kind of, when we were talking about CDs and DVDs, that's kind of already an obsolete term, because even 2 years ago, I would be bringing people in the business and say, okay, we're doing your first presentation Tuesday night. I'm going to come over. I'll bring the DVD. And they'll be like, DVD? I don't have a DVD player. What? But they don't. I mean, I did a seminar and there was a very famous singer there, and so she came up to me afterward. They brought her to the green room and she gave me her CD autographed, and and I I didn't have the heart to tell her. I literally do not own a CD player. I don't have it in my computer. I don't have it in any of my cars. Hey, Ronald Renifo, good to see you. Anywhere. I don't have in my house. Because I've switched pretty much everything to streaming. And that's happened to a lot of people. So when I say plug and play, it's very possible it's just a streaming thing, and they're going to hook up a laptop, or they're going to put on their Apple TV, and they're going to play it on their 289-inch TV screen or whatever. But meaning it's a presentation that's done. They don't do it. It's a presentation they play, because it's really important that's where duplication lives. If somebody joins the business, Luca, good to see you, my friend. If somebody joins the business and they have to learn a 60-minute presentation on a whiteboard, or if they got to learn this PowerPoint deck and go, the more of a template you have set up, the better duplication you're going to get. So you want a video that can be streamed, can be played on a smartphone on a one-on-one, can be played, on a tablet, a laptop, or they can stream it on their TV at home. Next thing, I think, almost impossible to do the business these days without it, is replicated website. And what a replicated website, if you're not familiar with the term, it's like a template of your presentation online, but it's replicated, so when somebody joins, they get their own version of it. So it's got their name there, their photo, their contact information, so they can share that with people, and it'll take them through the process. And again, what we want to do on that replicated site is the same as what we do offline. One Joe, thank you. Yeah, if you're getting value from this, if you get an aha or something, hey, let me know, because I love to see the comments. That's the psychic energy you guys are sending me with all these hearts and likes and shares and comments. I know at least I'm not sitting here in my office talking to myself. Aha! Kina, how would you say that? Rowena, good to see you. All right, so the other thing I think today you got to talk about is mobile apps. I will tell you, when I started building again, when I got back in the field, was like 12 years ago. One of the things I did along the way was I commissioned a company, and they built a mobile app for our team. And I did the same thing when a lot of you know, the company I worked with for many years got sold. I wasn't comfortable with the new ownership and the direction they wanted to go, and I resigned and started over. And same thing. Ann Feinstein was really helpful for our team in helps of bringing in someone, and we created an app, which later then was adopted by the company and went company-wide. But I didn't wait around. I mean, I knew how important apps are in the world today. You got to understand, everything is moving to smartphones. And if you don't have smartphones, so you really need to, when I say a mobile app, I mean a mobile app that is linked exactly to the replicated website. You can stream the audio, you can show people the products, they can blow up do the increase, or blows up the product, shows the ingredients, shows the label, how much it costs, got a video there that they can play the video about the product. And then when they say, great, I want to buy that product, they click, and that link takes them to your back office, and they become a preferred customer, an auto ship customer for you. Or they say, wow, okay, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to join the business. What I'm doing, when people tell me they're ready to join the business, I'm like, okay, and I hand them my phone, I click the link, which takes to my back office, and say, hey, Darwin, good to see you. And they go to the back office and they enter all their information, and then they get all of their credit card info and all of that, because people don't want to give you their banking info and credit cards and stuff like that. So this way they just enter it in, and it's all done through the mobile app. I think that's really important. So if you don't have that, that's one of the things I want you to talk to your sponsorship line, or I want you to talk to your company, that you need to let them know, hey guys, it's 2017 now, it's time to get in the real world. So that's a big thing. Now, let's talk about the social media process and how you can build the business meeting and interacting with people on social media. And again, some of the things I'm talking about are going to alienate some of you. It's going to upset some of you because you want to sit home in the Chewbacca pajamas and the bunny slippers, and you got, you're used to posting something every 3 hours about your amazing energy drink or whatever. Guys, I think there's a big element of in our profession of people who are abusing social media, and it's hurting the business for all of us. And so when I talk about how to use social, and here's what I want you to understand. If you looked at my Facebook page and my Twitter account and my YouTube channel, you don't ever see me post a pitch for my company. I just don't. First of all, because obviously I do a lot of generic training. I speak at a lot of companies. I have my books and all that stuff, and people want to know that it's safe to see my training, and I'm not going to be pitching them on what I do. But even if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be pitching people on social media, because I think that's the equivalent of pitching people in line at the supermarket, or pitching, you go to the deli counter and you order your hot pastrami, and then you're trying to make a presentation to the sandwich girl while she's making your sandwich. I mean, it's unprofessional. It's not effective. It's annoying. Stop it. Okay? Just stop it. So what I want you to think about is developing relationships on social media and following the same kind of process online as you would do offline. I want you to understand, I have made literally millions of dollars in income from volume which has been produced by people that I have met on social media and been able to bring them into the business and help them become successful. But again, you'll never see me putting out pitches or anything, because think of the accounts, and you see these all the time. So you've got a friend on Facebook and they're in a weight loss program, and every 4 hours they're putting something up about, you need to lose weight, you need to DM me because, man, I got the most incredible weight loss product. Blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, their new wearable that monitors their blood pressure, and every 3 hours they're putting, man, if you're not in this, you got to get, DM me. If you call me, give me your cell number. What happens? After some point, you just say, let me unfriend them. Let me just unfollow them. And the beautiful thing about Facebook is they now have a way that you can unfollow their posts and they don't know that you don't see them anymore, right? So they can't say, oh my God, why did you unfriend me on Facebook? I thought you loved me. But with these people who do all this annoying content, pitches all the time without real content, it's just pitches, you can unfollow them. And that's what's happening to you if you're doing those pitches every 3 hours. So what I would suggest, it would be the same thing. When we talk about meeting people, meeting new people, work in a candidate list, we talk about you meet people, you get the contact information, and you let the relationship develop. And then when it's appropriate in the relationship, and you've got a relationship going, and you come to the point, hey, I think this person really could be helped by my business. Or, hey, I think this person really could be helped by my products. You contact them and you take it offline. So when I say I made millions of dollars, I want you to know it's not by pitching people, but it's relationships that I develop. And then I say, based on what you told me about so-and-so, I think I have something. I have something I think could be really helpful for you. Can you give me your cell number and let's chat about it? And let's set a time. And they send me back a thing. Yeah, here's my cell when, I get off work at 3 o'clock. Anytime after that, give me a call. And I call them up and ask some qualifying questions, see if it looks like something that they'd want to do. And then I'm going to start sending them links to videos and following the process, right? but I've let the relationship develop. So if you will do that, just like if you met someone in the supermarket at the line, at the checkout, if you, so there you are in the checkout. You've got this amazing weight loss product, right? So you notice this lady comes up behind you in the line and you look at her, you say, what a perfect prospect for my business. And you turn around and you say, hey lady, I noticed you could stand to lose a few pounds. I just happen to represent the most amazing. We've got this incredible weight loss pill. You take it and it dreams away the pounds at night while you sleep. I mean, if you don't get slapped into next week, what kind of result do you think you're going to get with that anyway? I mean, come on, guys. It would just be crazy. You wouldn't do that. So if you wouldn't do that, Paul Devlin is in the house. You're very, very late, Mr. Devlin, I must tell you. That would be so crazy to do that in the supermarket line. So why would you do that online? It's the same thing. So meet people, develop connection, let the relationship development, and then when you feel, hey, I've got something that can help them, invite them and take it offline. Okay, so Liz done and 84 other people. Every time they put up a share thing, it's more people at that same time sharing. You guys are really done a great job. So thank you very much. So that's what I want to talk to you about social media, is develop the relationship, do it online the same ways you were offline. No pitch. And here's the only thing I would say is if your company has a badge, a logo or something that you want to put on your profile, I think that's great. So let's say you're a skincare company and your company has a little badge, independent distributor. Great, put that up. Or you're a vitamin company and they've got a thing, see me for great nutrition or something. Hey, great. You want to put that on your profiles in your avatar or whatever? I think that's fine. So do that, and then people who know you and start to think that, they decide they need skincare and they remember, or they're on your Facebook page and they see your badge. I think that's fine. That'll work for you. So do that. LFX and 85 others just shared. Good for you guys. Do that, but just don't do the pitches. Remember the thing. Add value, solve problems. Now, the other thing I want to address is the live streaming. Because again, we have all these parasites who want to sell stuff to people in our profession. And so somebody sent me a link the other day for some social media course that's going to show you how to, basically what I'm telling you for free tonight, they were selling for $100 as a course, theoretically, how to build your business online. But of course, I read the website, read the preview, and it's somebody who's not even in the business, doesn't understand our business. So he wouldn't add value. He would actually cause people to lose a lot of business. Because one of the things he was suggesting is that they broadcast every day. So everybody, they're saying just you get on Facebook Live and do a presentation every day. Do a presentation for your makeup or your skincare, or your cosmetics, or your vitamins, or your energy drink, or whatever. No, guys, live videos can be very effective. But again, think about what I say, where it might be better if you can do those through the team or through the company, and then people are inviting their guests to look at this big presentation that's done, which is going to be more effective because it's going to have hundreds of people or thousands of people on it, and it's going to make sure you don't have crazy income claims, you don't have crazy product claims, and it's going to be more duplicable. Because if you do this amazing streaming presentation for 25 minutes on the benefits of your skincare or your energy drink or whatever, how many people can actually duplicate that? Whereas if you're just saying, hey, there's a presentation tonight I want you to see, click this link and watch. They say, remember, the secret to success in our business is two things that will extraordinarily energize the success you're going to have with the business. It's when you've got somebody looking at your opportunity, there's two dynamics you want to happen desperately more than anything else. The first one is if they are mentally making a list of people they know that they think would be good in the business, you have a new team member. Do you get that? If you get that, I want to see a like or a heart or a thumbs up or whatever. Think again, let me repeat it. So you've got someone, they're in front of a presentation. They're watching the presentation, and during the presentation, she's saying, oh man, my sister-in-law would love this thing. Oh man, that, Becky that I went to college with, she could crush with this thing. If they're thinking that, if they start to get a list of 3, 4, 5, put a thumbs up. If you get this, put a thumbs up in the comment, please. Let me tell you, if they mentally get a list of 4 or 5 people in their mind during the presentation, you have a new distribution. It doesn't matter how much the kit costs. It doesn't matter what. I'm telling you, they could be broke, they could, whatever. They will find the money because they understand, wow, I know people right now in my mind that could do that, all right? The second thing, the second big dynamic, same thing. If you get this, I want a thumbs up or a like or a heart or whatever. The second dynamic is you got them in front of the presentation and they are thinking to themselves, hey, I can do this. If they have that thought, same thing, you have a new team member. So what do we want to have happen? We want them to be mentally thinking of people they know that could be great in the business. And even more importantly, Premier Wellness and 87 others. You guys are killing it. Second, even more importantly, is they're saying, hey, I could do this. That's why, see, when you bring someone to the Marriott on Tuesday night and you're the presenter and you're up there with the PowerPoint slides and you make this 60-minute amazing presentation and you make them laugh and you make them cry and you get a standing ovation and everything, at the end they come and say, well, that was amazing. You're just perfect for this business. This was such a great presentation. I'm so proud of you. I just don't think it's for me. Why? Because they can't see themselves doing what you just did. But when you're using a third-party tool, when you are pushing them, we always make the joke, if your lips are moving, if you're talking to a prospect, if your lips are moving, you better be pointing to a third-party tool. And that's why these things like the mobile app, the plug and play, all this is so important, because then they're saying, hey, I can do this. All right, so I hope you found this really helpful. As you know, this is a series we're doing for the Mastermind event. I'm one of the faculty. I'm proud to say I've been one of the faculty at this event that Art Jonak started, 15 years ago. This is the premier event in our profession for people who want to know how to make more money, how to build a bigger team. This is the event. And you got a choice with events. It's very simple, guys. You can go to events that are just pitches they pitch for 50 minutes and then they give you 10 minutes of content, or they're back-end deals where they're trying to get your people in a database and then they're trying to, steal them. Or you can go to the only event that's safe, generic, you can bring your people to it. So if you haven't bought your ticket already, go to mastermindevent.com. Mastermindevent.com. Take a look at the faculty, the presenters. You saw Luca Maloney, Lily Rosales checked in earlier. They will be doing a program there on how couples can work together. There's going to be Spanish breakout sessions. The whole thing will be simulcast in English, another simulcast in Spanish. So go to mastermindevent.com and be sure while you're there, there's an email list. Once you buy your ticket, look down at the bottom, sign up for the newsletter, and then you'll know about these events as they come up. And just know there's another one coming up on Tuesday night, and that will be the lovely and talented Art Berg. Bob Berg, Art Jonak is going to interview Bob Berg. So Bob is the guy who wrote the book endless referrals, and the co-author of the Go Giver series, which has spawned a movement around the world. He has a new book coming out next year called the Go Giver Influencer, and he's actually going to be doing a program about that, how you be a better influencer, at this mastermind event. It's September 1, 2, 3. September 1st to 3rd is going to be in Orlando, Florida, where will be people from at least 80 different countries around the world. I'm telling you, people will come from Australia, from Sweden, from Norway, from Denmark, from Russia, from Bolivia, from Chile, from everywhere. This is the event. If you want to see how to build your team, and of course I will be back this year. I'm doing the opening keynote. I'm looking forward to seeing so many of you there. So thanks for being on the program tonight. And again, I just, if you have people on your team and you know they need to see this, go down to the comments and write in their name and tag it. And one more time, I'll put it out there. Whoever, I'm going to follow the hashtags on social media and look, and whoever I think did the best job of sharing this, I'll be in touch, and you pick out which of my books, and I will send you a personally autographed copy to you wherever you are, anywhere in the world. Yes, it is recorded, and you'll be able to, you can keep sharing this because they can watch the replay. I think we keep them up for like 48 hours. So next Tuesday, Bob Berg being interviewed by Art Jonak. Thanks for being on. Thanks so much for all the shares and the hearts and the likes. You guys were amazing. Have a great week, everybody. Peace.